Hello traders, I hope you're all keeping well. Today is the 27th of February 2026 and it is 9:33 a.m. in the UK. So we're looking at the Swiss franc, Japanese yen on the 1 hour time frame. Just a quick video to show you why most traders don't make money trading forex market, because all the books you read and the PDF you download on the internet are all telling you to trade the wrong way. All right. So if you look at this trend, this is basically an uptrend. Yeah, you have your higher highs and your higher lows. Yeah, we're making higher highs and higher lows on this time frame. Yeah, and then what we then had was this trend line there. Yeah, so we had this trend line where you had that touch, that rejection just before a break of the trend line. So when this was broken, I'll just zoom that up for you. So as you can see, we retested with this pin bar looking like candle. Yeah, let me zoom that up properly. Yeah, so we rejected the trend line with this pin bar. Yeah, so traders will go long after this pin bar rejection. Yeah, and then when we broke the level, we broke with this engulfing bearish candle. Okay, so there'll be sellers jumping in as we broke and closed the level. Yeah, so if you've gone long after this pin bar, your stops will be below the pin bar. Yeah, or below this low here, because this was the last low before this lows. Yeah, which is the pin bar low. All right, so and then when we broke the trend line, more traders have jumped in short. Yeah, if they do jump in short, their stops will be above this high here. All right, we'll be above this high here. So for the ones that have gone long after this rejection of the trend line and this pin bar candle, the market came down. Yeah, if your stops are below this low here, as you can see, you were taken out. Yeah, they were all taken out. All right. So we broke the level, we retraced. Retracement traders have done what? They've joined the shorting. Yeah, because after this big bearish candle, you will expect the confirmation traders to jump in at the close of this bearish candle, because this is a big candle that would induce and seduce traders to come in and take the trades. All right. So if they've joined the trade short here, the stop will be above this high here. Yeah, or above this high, depending on how big your account is. But obviously, we know that most traders stops are above this high. All right. So, but below all this is a what? A demand area. Yeah, it is a demand area. So this is a demand zone. This right here is a demand zone. Yeah, if I take you to the 4 hour time frame, this is where you see that zone very clear. Yeah, so this is a zone right there. So this is the 4 hour zone. Yeah, where we had this rally, we had this base, and we had this big push up to the upside. Yeah, but if you go down to 1 hour time frame, you can redefine the level. All right, to be something like this. Yeah, so you had this um so you had this drop, base, rally out of the level. Yeah, so when market came down to the zone, then you go long. All right, so and this was what I did. So I went long right there, because I know that there are lots of traders that have jumped in short right there. Yeah. So if they've jumped in short, retracement traders also jumped in short. They'll be aiming to take the profits either at this low here or even at this low there. Okay. So and for those that have gone long here, their stops have already been taken out. Yeah. So I do have the understanding of um, how the big players manipulate the markets. And this is one of the examples. Yeah, if you've not seen my previous videos, please do see them. There are different ways that they manipulate the marketplace. So long here, and my profit is somewhere above this high because they need to come back to take this. There are stops above this high. So if you've gone this retracement traders here, the stops are likely going to be above this high. Okay, so my stop is above this high, and I also want to show you something quickly on the 4-hour time frame, a supply zone that supply and demand traders have taken shorts. So this zone here is a supply zone. Okay, so this is a supply zone that was responsible for this drop down. Yeah, this drop down, this was the zone that was responsible for this drop down. So like I said, we were trading up, we're uptrending. Okay, so you cannot is very, very difficult to make money trading against the trend. You can't trade against the trend, but you have to be very, very experienced to make money trading against the trend. So this supply zone here basically was responsible for this drop. Yeah, but there was a demand zone below, which was here. So obviously this zone here was only used for a retracement of this big move. Yeah, this big move here, this supply zone was left here to act as a retracement because this push up here would definitely break above the supply zone. So if you've taken this supply short, if you've gone short here at this 4-hour supply zone, your stops will be above the blue line, yeah, which where the supply zone ended. Yeah, so your stops will be above the supply zone. Okay, but this is coming up, this is definitely coming up to take them out. Yeah, because obviously if they've gone short here, they may not have seen this demand zone. Yeah, they may be aiming to take their profits at this low. There's another demand zone there. So yeah, so basically, unfortunately, if you're short here, this is coming to take you out. All right. So like I said, let's go back to 1-hour time frame. So my take profit is above this high here, above this red line. Yeah. So which is the start of the 4-hour supply zone. Okay. So I'm happy to take my profit there, even though I have an idea that this may possibly break above the zone, but I'm happy with my profits above here. All right. Okay. So this is one of the ways they manipulate the market. Yeah, they give you that 4-hour supply zone there. You go on short, stop above the level. Then there's an hour demand zone that most likely people that took this 4-hour shorts may not have seen. And also we had this broken trend line that would then also um, get sellers in because supply zone is active, trend line broken, they will all jump in. Yeah. Um, and then yeah, and then because we're in an uptrend, it's better to go with the trend. Yeah, so you take the demand zone below all this madness here, and yeah, you aim for 2 to 1, 3 to 1. All right, so that's the trade. Okay, All right. Take care. Any questions? Drop me comments. Cheers. Bye now. Yo, traders. Good afternoon to you all. I'm back to complete the Chief JPY Swiss franc Japanese yen long video that I took. So I've just hit my target, and I'm closing the trade right now as we speak. Um, uh, Beautiful video. Yeah, like I said, this is gonna shoot up because there are stops above this 4 hour supply zone. Yeah, for our supply zone. So there are stops above here. So this would likely, most likely, go up and close above this high. All right, this supply zone high there. So yeah, so this is a very good trade. Today's Friday, so I'm happy with the trade, and yes, I'm gonna be closing the trade right now. All right. Okay. So I hope the video was clear. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. And this is how you should actually be looking at your trades. All right. Okay. Take care now. Cheers.